manslaughter, not murder. And, you know, she was saying she had, wait, what'd she say? She had just tried to make him shit himself, and she killed him. She was still lying then. She said she'd given him one dose to make him shit his pants, when he had clearly been bedridden for days. Like, one squirt of Visine won't kill you. You have to be, like, it takes quite a lot to poison him. You know, he had been taking it over, she'd been putting it in his drinks over the course of like a week, and she'd probably tried it a month before, tested it out to see, and he recovered after a couple of days, and then she was like, alright, that was practice, this one's for real. Interesting. Well, we will just have to take her unbelievable word for it. She got 25 years in prison for that.
A tangle web we weave. Miss Clayton, you sure have tangled this one up. But you let him suffer for 3 days.
After finding out the Visine was the cause of death, I attempted to take my life as well. I couldn't live with the thought that he did such a terrible thing.
Now, much like I just told you...
Wait, what? Well, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Terrible thing.
Wait.
This one up. But you let him suffer for 3 days.
After finding out the Visine was the cause of death, I attempted to take my life as well. I couldn't live with the thought that he did such a terrible thing.
Oh, so she did say that he did such a terrible thing. That he did such a terrible thing. I hope that she meant to say something else, because basically what she's trying to, what I interpret that she's saying is that she's kind of blaming him for dying? I'm sorry, I had to put that one back, because I thought I had heard it. I was hoping I was wrong, and no, it ended up being exactly what I heard. That's insane.
Now, much like I just told you the story of Lana Clayton, somebody else heard that story too, and he was inspired. Oh man, this guy is stupid as shit. In 2018, a woman named Stacy Hunsucker died. She had been poisoned with her old friend tetrahydrozoline. Nailed it. Now, allegedly, her husband Josh Hunsucker got the gosh darn idea from Lana Clayton. He'd heard about her story in the news and he was like, well, don't mind if I do. Gaston County, North Carolina is where this all went down, just on the other side of the border from York County. Wasn't even far away. Josh and Stacy were high school sweethearts, living in Mount Holly. They had been married for 8 years and had 2 young daughters together. Josh a paramedic, Stacy
100% innate. They are extremely evil. That's why there's so many copycats. It's a fun fact. I actually read this a while back. After Ted Bundy was arrested, there were cases of I forgot I'm not gonna say like a number. I don't remember what number it was, but there was a certain number of cases that were looking a lot similar to the way Ted Bundy used to do his things. It wasn't as big, but they were obvious copycats, and it couldn't have been him because he was already in jail and they were already prosecuting him and everything. And it was just that, and it was there were certain people that saw what the news had broadcasted about Ted Bundy's modus operandi, and yeah, they ended up copying him, and they were committing crimes and murders, and again, they didn't achieve that level of notoriety and that huge body count that you have to have to be that big of a serial killer like Ted Bundy, but they still caused a whole bunch of harm, and it was because of that, because they were copycats. It's insane, pretty insane. I feel kind of bad. I feel really bad for all these people, especially that last case of that person that not only did he survive a crossbow to the head, he survived the first attempt of the Visine poisoning, but unfortunately succumbed to the second one. So dang, that really sucks. And then this person here, a huge smile on her face, also a victim of someone's evilness. All right, moving on.
A teacher. Josh was the one who found his wife. Found his wife 4 different ways, if you can believe that. Well, I mean, I found her like this way. Oh, wait, no, I mean, one story was that he went outside the house to ensure the cars were locked, as there had been burglaries in the area. Another was he went outside to cut wood. Another just to burn some energy. And another was that he was working on his laptop with his back to his wife. Regardless, he didn't see what happened. One second she was fine, the next, he found her slumped over on the couch, and she was gone. After his wife Stacy's death, Josh collected about $250,000 in What happened though, and how this started kind of unfolding, was that Stacy's mom had it going on. She had something in her head, which was basically, this is weird as shit.
Yeah, that's his life insurance dance, because again, you could be surprised at the amount of cases that they commit murders for life insurance. It's like, you don't think people are not going to notice? Like, I don't understand. People are weird as hell sometimes because commit these murders, and it's like you don't think anyone's going to notice that A, the person is not alive anymore, and B, that you suddenly have a whole bunch of money. I mean, come on. But yeah, there's a lot of these cases that's the end goal. They're trying to cash in on that life insurance, and some of these life insurance payouts that some of these people get are ridiculous. One of the cases that I saw, the person cashed out like $500,000 just off of that life insurance, and they had like 2 or 3 life insurances or something like that. This person made a lot of money by murking their partner. Obviously they're in jail, but for that brief moment they had all this money at their disposal because they were evil enough to commit a murder. It's crazy. It's crazy. Money, maybe not so much money, but the desire to have money clouds people's minds and just makes them do really, really dumb, from dumb to just like extremely evil things. It's crazy.
Shit, and that there might be some kind of insurance bullshit going on. Stacy's mother believed that her son-in-law, I guess ex-son-in-law now, Josh, had been having an affair before Stacy died, and now his mistress was now his girlfriend. She would be right in believing that, by the way. He had been having an affair. This new chick moved into his home that he had shared with his now deceased wife, like, within a couple of months. In fact, Josh's coworkers would say he moved on pretty quickly and was like, shit happens. Now, Josh, he had Stacy cremated, like, immediately after her funeral, right away, right? So investigating how she actually died would be pretty difficult, right? But get a load of this. Stacy just so happened to have been an organ donor, and blood samples were taken from her after her death. And they still had those blood samples even though she was ash. The investigators were then still able to do a toxicology report, and guess what? In her blood, you'll never believe this, was a fatal amount of Visine.
A North Carolina paramedic whose wife died of what was thought to be a heart attack is now charged with her murder. Prosecutors in Gaston County say Joshua Hunsucker poisoned the mother of his children using eye drops Family and friends grew suspicious after Stacy Hunsucker's death last September. The victim's mother claimed insurance fraud after Hunsucker cashed in his wife's $250,000 life insurance policies and refused to allow an autopsy. Co-workers also expressed concerns about how quickly he moved on with a new girlfriend.
The complaint alleges Hunsucker murdered his wife so he could collect that money and be with his mistress. The family claims Hunsucker was inspired to weaponize eye drops after a similar case last year in York County, South Carolina, where a woman was accused of murdering her husband with over-the-counter eye drops.
See, it's that fucking copycat mentality. Dude just saw that and said, yeah, he was an amateur, saw it on the news, was like, I can do that? Shit, I can off my wife like that too. That sounds like a great idea. Let's fucking do it. Unfortunately, some people get away with shit like this. Like, I'm not this particular case, but there have been many cases in this, many people, there's many unresolved cases to this day. There's many cold cases that are stored in boxes in police stations all across America. But it's just sometimes, it's like a push or stroke of luck that certain situations happen because he had cremated his wife. Yet, because she had decided to be an organ donor many years before, when she passed away, her organs were removed and they were going to be donated. But they did a blood test on her. And from that blood test, they were able to determine that she was in fact poisoned. Again, it's that within this realm of all of these cases that go unresolved and all these murders that happen, again, it's just this, it's these small instances of just like people just getting what they fucking deserve. Like this dude. He thought he was gonna get away with it. In his mind, for 1 minute, just picture this for 1 minute. He actually thought he got away with it. He thought that he had just made the easiest $200,000 of his life. He has a girlfriend, which was the mistress he was cheating on his wife with. And they were planning a life. And in his mind, he thought, yeah, I'm gonna fucking do it. It's happening. Yeah.